Hey YouTube, my name is MangoJuice and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Coyote Peterson getting stung by a eastern cicada killer. Well, just cicada killer, but the species, because I've seen this video when it came out, was a eastern cicada killer. And I already got stung by this little bastard and it wasn't that painful, to be honest, but it did hurt. So anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the video.
I know you're shaking your heads right now saying, Coyote, wait a minute. Are you coming out of sting retirement?
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to be stung by the cicada killer. Oh my goodness, that stinger is long. Here we go.
It's like a 1.5 if I'm being completely honest. But I have yet to record it on this channel. Just like the executioner wasp and a bunch of other wasps.
During the winter of 2020, the national media erupted with a deafening buzz that venomously stung an unwarranted fear into homes across America. That buzz came from none other than the giant hornet. Hailing as one of the most painfully toxic stings in the world, these nightmarish insects have a nasty reputation, and they were defined as murder hornets by the press. For anyone that is late to the party, yes, I have already been stung. And yes, it hurts. A lot.
Absolute searing pain!
As for the invasion, no, we aren't going to be overrun, stung, and killed by giant hornets. But some may argue that the invasion has already happened. That's where I come in. It's time to set the record straight, and more importantly, it's time to take a misidentified scapegoat off of the suspect list. Okay, let's get down to business. You showed up to see a full-grown man experience some pain. But first, you gotta learn a little something about this incredible insect.
Our friendly.
As my mom always used to say, you can't have your dessert until you finish your vegetables.
Well, if that's not a terrifying little insect, I don't know what is.
Centipedes are.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the cicada killer, one of the largest wasp species in the United States. This is only second to the tarantula hawk. Now, this wasp is not technically a spider wasp like the tarantula hawk. This is in fact a sand wasp. Now, similar to the tarantula hawk, they have a very unique biological cycle. This one that you're looking at right here is a female. It is the females that get larger than the males, and the females that are armed with a venomous stinger. And what the females will do is search around in the treetops for cicadas. They will hone in on their target, move in, and use that elongated abdomen to swoop up underneath their prey and then sting it. They paralyze the cicada, similar in the way that a tarantula hawk paralyzes a spider. Eventually, the male cicada killers fertilize the egg that she lays on top of the paralyzed cicada. The female will physically carry that cicada in its large mandibles and its grappling hook-like legs back to its underground burrow. These burrows can be up to 20 inches in length and they have multiple tunnels. At the end of each one of these tunnels, the female will place the paralyzed cicada. Once that egg hatches, it turns into a pupa and begins to feast upon that paralyzed insect until it grows large enough to build a cocoon, and then once it hatches out of that cocoon the next season, another cicada killer comes up from under the ground. If that's not a true horror story, I don't know what is. Now, this is a very large wasp, and the easiest way to identify it are those large amber-colored wings. When this creature is at rest, like it is right now, the wings have a very triangular shape to them, very different looking from a hornet or a spider wasp. You'll see there, when she folds her wings back, it looks a little more concave, similar to a giant hornet, which makes it really easy to misidentify this species as that foreign invader. And when you look at the front of the insect, it has enormous eyes. These wasps have incredible eyesight. They're primarily diurnal, and you'll see them very active on overcast, cloudy days. Again, they're using their senses to find the cicadas.
My encounters with cicada killers is they fly around me and then they fly away. But they're like this close to me, just flying,
but it's
and then
the
it flies away.
abdomen that is the most unique. That black and yellow coloration tells you that this creature is venomous. Aposematic means leave me alone, I am not something you want to be stung by. Now when it comes to the demeanor of this wasp, To be honest, they're rather docile, and very seldomly will they ever interact with humans. In fact, the only time that you stand the chance of being stung by this insect is if you were to step on top of its burrow and it were to come up from underneath you and try to escape. It would maybe sting your bare foot if you were blocking its escape way. Other than that, this is not a bug that is ever going to go out of its way to try to interact with humans. Now, during the summertime,
have you ever stepped on a nail? That's what it would feel like.
The males battling it out up in the air. But other than that, these are considered solitary sand wasps. And no matter how you break it down, guys, to be honest, this is one very intimidating insect, which makes it very clear as to why people are afraid of this wasp. Wow, seeing it buzz around inside that capsule brings a number of flashbacks. The warrior wasp, the tarantula hawk, the executioner wasp, and certainly the Japanese giant hornet. But there is a very good reason as to why I'm going to be stung by this wasp today. No, I am not technically coming back out of sting retirement. This is going to be a one and only, because right now this insect has a very negative reputation. By people misidentifying it for the giant hornet, they're panicking and they're aiming to kill this species. But it is not something that we need to be afraid of. So, by getting this up close for the cameras and by taking a sting, I can show you guys that that sting is not really that potent. Remember, it only ranks as a 2 on the insect sting pain index. Now that stinger is of course a modified ovipositor, which is used for depositing eggs. And while it is laced with venom, the venom of this species is not necessarily that potent. However, I do not know how my body is going to react to the sting. So we certainly have an epinephrine pen on set just in case my body has an allergic reaction. But if you guys are ready, I think it is time to transfer the cicada killer from the capsule into the net. Let's get it in the forceps and get me stung. This is the most delicate part, so I've got to really stay focused and make sure to get a clean, secure hold.
Oh, jeez.
Just like that, we almost lost it. Man, that is a very, very, very powerful wasp. Oh, buddy.
Or you're rusty, which
Okay.
there's no problem with that, because I'm rusty
you have
in
to think about
certain.
it. This
I was
thing is capable
rusty
of carrying a cicada
with some of my
way
sting
more than it
videos.
does.
I don't know if you guys
It is a
noticed,
very,
because I
very
struggle,
powerful
but I
wasp.
cut out most of the parts. So most of my sting videos, they're like around 15 minutes long because it's so hard to
I also have to be
hold it with the
very
entomology forceps.
very gentle. I don't want to damage the insect's wings in any way whatsoever. She's got all these little hairs on her, which makes her very slippery. That's where I'm struggling. I need to get it right. Right like that.
There, you got it.
I got a good hold. We gotta go with it now. Okay, guys in position. Okay, hands shaking. I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to be stung by the cicada killer. Oh my goodness, that stinger is long. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, I got away. Ah! Ooh!
You can't really blame him. It's been a long time.
I lost it. Ah, it's the first time I've ever lost one. I must be rusty. Oh,
It's not that painful.
it got me more than once, too. Woo!
I can tell you that, but it is painful. It's
Were
not.
you able to see that? Were you able to see the sting?
I think so.
Come in tight right there. Woo! Long stinger. Oh, yeah, it's throbbing.
More like thick, I would say,
Wow.
because it's not as sharp as a tarantula
Okay.
hawk's.
Really not that bad. Really not that bad at all. It got me there and there. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Second rush of pain. Nowhere near a velvet ant or tarantula hawk. Nothing close to bullet ant or some of those larger wasps. Wow, for such a long stinger, very intimidating. Really not that painful.
I could have told him that.
Good stings. Oh, yeah.
Also,
Stings
I got
definitely
stung by the
tighten up.
European hornet before coyote, but I never released the video.
Common paper wasp. At the most.
Which is one of
Not
my
even
biggest
on par with the
regrets.
honeybee. Not even on par with the honeybee. I can't believe it. My first miss on the capsule. Well, it's certainly back into the wild at this point. Without question, the strongest insect I have ever worked with in one of these sting scenarios. Now, here's my theory. For a spider wasp like the tarantula hawk to go up against something like a tarantula, that's an aggressive predator unto its own with big fangs. So your sting and your venom has to be insanely potent. I don't feel any sense of paralysis in my arm. When it comes to a wasp like the cicada killer, when you're going against a cicada with no stinging or biting parts, I can see why your sting doesn't need to be so potent. Now, a couple minutes have gone by, and if you come over here and you zoom in on my arm, Mario, you can see something funky's happening on my
Bunch of bumps
forearm.
because he got stung multiple
Look
times.
at that welt. I thought I only got stung twice, but I'm seeing swelling here and radiating out now into my forearm. Now, I do feel burning after the fact, but nothing more than a common wasp sting. There is an initial jolt, sort of like an electrical shock, and I was anticipating the paralysis of the tarantula.
European
hawk,
paper
but
wasp hurts more
that
than
pain
the
went,
Eastern cicada killer.
and then it just kind of died off. Wow.
My
Now,
arm
what that
after
leads
stings.
me to conclude is that while this may be a very intimidating wasp that is going to be confused for the giant hornet, it is definitely not something we need to be afraid of. I would say that the sting is no more than a 2 on the insect sting pain index. And even 10-year-old coyote could have likely taken a sting from this creature and gone right on in the swamps catching turtles.
You
Now,
were
when
in
it comes
swamps
to
when you were
seeing one of
10?
these wasps this summer, if you come across it in your backyard, remember, this is not a creature that is out to get you. They want nothing to do with humans, and unless you're a cicada, you have absolutely nothing to fear. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Whew! That was a good one.
I was gonna applaud him, but I haven't been doing that in the previous videos.
The science of stings will always have a
Still
special
gonna applaud
place
him.
in my heart. And the painfully entertaining experiences we have caught on camera have brought to the spotlight a collection of creepy creatures that have never been so celebrated.
He should. Well,
Giant
Mark
hornets
Vance,
are
actually,
not going to invade America.
should attempt to get
And
stung
hopefully
by the
this
blue
up-close
bottle
look at the cicada killer,
wasp.
despite its menacing
Ant.
design and impressive size, has helped alleviate some of your concerns. In an absolute worst-case scenario, if you are stung, it's not nearly as bad as their appearance would lead you to believe. Remember, they kill cicadas, not humans. And if there's one thing I hope you walk away with, it's that these wasps are noticeably docile unless trifled with. Leave them alone and let them live. So that's it. One last sting. I'm headed back into retirement, where I plan to enjoy a long, relaxing career of making more animal adventure content.
Do you guys know what docile means?
Although there might
It
be some
means
pretty
friendly.
extreme stuff coming up. I didn't say anything about retiring from bites.
I watched that video. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Hey Coyote Pack, if you love our bite and sting content and want to learn more, make sure to check out our best-selling book, The King of Sting, and be one of the first to pick up my newest memoir, The Beast of Bites. To catch your copies, click on the link in the video description below. And don't forget, join memberships so you can brave alongside me and the crew on our next wild adventure.
And that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the news videos, and comment down below what you guys want to see next on the channel. Yes, cicada killers are docile, which means they're friendly. They're like not easily aggravated. If you were to mess with it, it'll just fly away. It'll rarely sting you. But males happen to be more territorial, so if a small cicada killer was to like square up on you, most likely a male. Females are usually the large ones, and they're not at all, you know, aggressive. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay juicy.